about us. Think about you.
Hello, hello, hello. I see a bunch of YouTubers. Roel, D-Lynn, Jack, Foxy Moxie, what's up? Am I on Facebook? Can we confirm I'm on Facebook? I see over here on Instagram. Hey, Dana. So good to see you. All right, let's see if we are on Facebook. Hopefully it gets there shortly. We got the dogs with us tonight. Any Facebookers on? Hey, coal miner's daughter, how's it going? Do we have any Facebookers? I'm seeing YouTubers. Just want to confirm that I am on Facebook. Yes, I'm doing wonderful, Foxy Moxie. It's been a fantastic day. I'm excited to be with you guys tonight, answering health and wellness questions. All right, I'm not on Facebook. I'm getting notification on. Okay, I'm seeing Lisa seeing me on Facebook. So Lisa's seeing me there. Dave, where are you from? Thank you for hanging out. Okay, we're on Facebook Live, it looks like. Thank you, Roel. Thank you, Danny. What's up?
Good, good. You got a new hat, don't you?
Got a new hat.
I like it.
All right. We're going to...
How's everybody doing?
Let's see, we're getting... What's up, First Step Rehab? Great to see you. All right, now we are on. We're getting some people in here. Let's see if TK, can we confirm you can see us on Facebook? Rachel, what's up? Great to see you. Michigan, Dave from Michigan. I love it. I'm a huge fan of Michigan, actually.
I had a guy today that had a Michigan T-shirt on.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They did have a tough one with Ohio State. I don't want to bring that up in front of Dave.
The Ohio State.
The Ohio State. We got First Step Rehab from Gate City, Virginia. I love it. Shout out Gate City. Florida's here.
Gate City.
I hope everyone here is doing wonderful. Did anybody see me yesterday? I had I know Tom was there with me for a while. We had an 8-hour extravaganza.
You were on there for 8 straight hours.
Yeah.
He was selling vitamins.
It was, we're selling some vitamins. We had our Cyber Day, Cyber Monday sale yesterday. And tonight, I'll just go ahead and say we didn't get questions come in throughout the week. So we're going to go straight into live questions whenever you guys have a question. But we're just going to chill out here for about 45 an hour. I see Roel got some vitamins. Thank you, Roel, for that. Got the Dr. Rogers vitamins. You even got there. You even got on the live stream a little bit yesterday.
I did, twice.
You were answering some
Between
vitamin
patients.
questions.
Yeah. I'm all for vitamins. I used to tell people they didn't need vitamins before I got older and more wiser. They do need vitamins. You can't get it enough through your food.
I think that's one of my favorite stories around you is how you went from you're basically peeing money away to now, I was just down there with you. You took about 8 tonight.
I take a lot of vitamins. You have to when you're just old. But they're definitely needed. There's no doubt in anybody's mind now that they're needed. You may see a study that shows, well, we're not sure if this helps. It helps. There's just no way to get enough, especially D with K. That's my number one. Then omega-3s, and probably magnesium at night. Those are the big 3. But you still need a good multi.
Yeah.
And with the absorbable C with all the minerals like zinc, copper, boron. You need the methylated B vitamins. So you need at least a good multi that covers most of them.
Yeah, that was a good question that we got on the stream yesterday was, how do you know what you need? And is there like a lab panel that tells you where you're deficient, or is it more of just okay, I'm this age, I know I need vitamin K along with my vitamin D. Like, how do you, as a patient, how do you kind of navigate all that?
Well, those basic ones I just told you about, everybody needs. But yeah, you can, even the Cleveland Heart Panel gives us a lot of vitamin levels. And sometimes we draw a more expanded vitamin panel that shows us all of them, like how much vitamin E, which is in the multi, the natural E. So yeah, I mean, if I can't figure somebody out or why they're feeling bad, sometimes I'll do just a more expanded vitamin panel and mineral panel. But the Cleveland tells me most of the important vitamins that you need.
Yeah.
So
basics, omega-3s, multi, which is our super, and then don't tell me magnesium.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, can we get some confirmation that I am live everywhere? I'm seeing D-Lyn can't find us other than Instagram. Shout out to Instagram. I see you, First Step Rehab. I love that. We'll have to connect. We're huge fans of PT. Swelliot, what's going on? SW Elliott. Great to see everybody here on Instagram. We appreciate you. We're on Facebook. I see Tom seeing us, Anna seeing us. Thank you. And we're on YouTube. Seems it's just a little slow to connect. We appreciate you. Jerry, I see you. Thank you so much for being with us over in the UK. If you guys have questions, we are going to start answering them real quick. I'm going to put this up. This went up this morning at 8, Preventing Parkinson's, the latest episode of the Common Sense MD. Give us kind of the reasoning. You were pretty adamant you wanted to go ahead and talk about this again. It's been a while since we did a Parkinson's.
Yeah, well, I ran across a new book on it, and by a couple neurologists, and they were talking about, really preventing Parkinson's more so than treating it. The treatments are good, but yet not good in that you get tolerant to it, to the carbidopa, levodopa, which works, but you have to give higher and higher doses, maybe even infusions, pumps. But and you can have the deep brain stimulation. But mostly this book was about how to prevent it. And it gave a step-by-step tutorial. And really, when you think about it, most people think, well, you must have inherited Parkinson's. Parkinson's is not a genetic disease. Only about 15% of people have any genetic markers that tend towards Parkinsonism. It's just toxins. They talk about a few of the toxins, like, for example, living on a golf course. Just living on a golf course because of the pesticides, you're 5 times more likely to get Parkinson's. If you're working a dry cleaner, God forbid, then you're really, multiple times. Or even if you live in an apartment building where the dry cleaner is downstairs, you have much increased risk of coming down with Parkinson's.
That's
just Parkinson's. Think of all the carcinogenic properties to it. But so yeah, toxins. We live in a toxic world.
I remember an episode you did with Zach from, I want to say Black Dog
Boxing,
fitness, boxing.
Yeah.
And man, they have a really cool thing going. A lot of Parkinson's patients go see Zach, and they I guess do exercises. A lot of it's
they don't actually box,
right.
each other. They box
bags,
dummies, and bags, and it's very beneficial for their motor skills, because that's what gets depleted is motor skills. And then tremors, and then dementia. But Yeah, by and large, it's a preventable disease. And we're seeing it's the most explosive new cases of Parkinson's we've ever seen. I mean, it's the fastest growing neurodegenerative disease there is.
That's what you said in the episode.
Yeah, which is scary.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what other factors are out there.
Yeah.
COVID-like factors are out there that may, push you over into that loss of dopamine in your brain. So it's a good book. I recommend it. At least listen to the podcast.
Can you repeat that book's name again?
I think it's Preventing Parkinson's.
We're thinking it's Preventing
Is it on
Parkinson's.
there? Is it a picture of it on there?
That's the title, the way we did the video, Preventing Parkinson's. I want to say, I know I put it on our website, but I can't.
We'll put it up there.
We'll put it up there eventually.
It's downstairs. I'm too lazy to go get it.
Well, we got to answer some questions.
All right.
I'm seeing some questions come in. I see you, Jessica. Thank you so much. Thank you, Karen. I see Karen's on YouTube. Really appreciate you being here. We're going to get to questions now. Let's start them off. Let's see here. Let's get to coal miner's daughter. Thank you, coal miner's. Really good podcast today. I learned a lot about Parkinson's. Is restless leg? Golly, I'll tell you, coal miner's daughter. Whenever when I'm sleeping at night and I start kind of twisting my legs just trying to get to sleep, I'm like, man, do I have restless leg? But it's not extreme. But here we go. It's restless leg.
It can be. Yeah. Loss of smell can be an early sign of it. You don't have to have the tremor, the pill rolling type tremor, to have Parkinson's. But the other signs you may see are what we call mask-like face, where you lose facial expression. People have Parkinson's. If you talk to them, they don't smile. They're just flat. They can't move the muscles of the face, and then they get a lot of instability with their gait. So they have a wide space gait, and it's pretty amazing. The ability people have with Parkinson's, and it's going to get progressive too.
Yeah.
Go to the Michael J. Fox documentary.
Yeah.
I think the deep brain stimulation helped his tremors and shakiness, but yes, it's a bad disease to have.
Yeah.
And it's getting more common.
So stay away from toxins as much as possible.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's super general, but
yeah.
Coal miner's daughter, thank you so much for that question.
I think I listed out like 15 things you can do in that podcast to try to prevent it. When you work with weed killers and things like that, and then the water supply, how contaminated it is, especially well water, which probably half of households in the United States still use. Maybe it's 40%, but it's pretty high, surprisingly.
Coal miner's daughter, thank you for getting us started. What a wonderful question. Thank you for watching the podcast today. Let's see here. I'm going to get to let's see what Lisa, hello. So good to see you. So internet called me on Thanksgiving to tell me I had critical labs again. I have no idea why my body will not hold on to the electrolytes that I need. Dr. Rogers, could the colon resection be the culprit? Be the culprit.
Yeah.
What can I do to repair this?
Definitely. Well, you had a colon resection, so you're not going to get that part of your colon back. What I would suggest is, you should be able to absorb these still in your stomach and first part of your intestine. Sometimes I'll even, just depending on what the other conditions is, sometimes I'll use a GLP-1 in this case, so that you will absorb better and won't move on so quick. It slows digestion. So you might think about a GLP-1. You might think about some sublingual electrolyte formulations. They even come in pill form, and let them melt under your tongue. That way you kind of bypass the colon and it gets into your bloodstream a lot better in your case. But those are things I would try first. Again, not knowing the specifics of your situation, it's hard hard to say. Hopefully, your kidney function is good. That's another thing that can cause, hypoelectrolyte situation. So, look at kidney function as well. And, I'm not sure if you're a diabetic or not. I'm thinking you may be. I'm not sure. Electrolytes like sodium, people can drink too much water and deplete their sodium. Certain medications can cause your potassium to go up or down. And those are the main electrolytes that you really worry about. But there are other ones, phosphorus. But
Lisa, thank you so much for being here as always. I hope that helps a little bit. Let's keep going here. I see Jessica's question. Thank you so much, Jessica. Any recommendation for postpartum to balance hormones meanwhile breastfeeding?
Postpartum depression is a serious thing. You can't take that one lightly. Occasionally, I will use antidepressants. Even while breastfeeding, if it's really mandatory, if it's suicidal, and which it can be, you need to take that really seriously and get treated by a professional. And I always look at hormones as well. There's no doubt that your progesterone may be affected because your periods probably aren't back to normal, and you breastfeed and it affects everything. So, there's 3 phases of a woman's life that are critical as far as hormones: puberty, childbirth, and then menopause. So you have to look at the hormones at each stage. And with women, it's more of a balance of that estrogen to progesterone, because they cycle. That's what makes it so difficult, not only to be a woman, but to, in certain times, during those times, but to also treat it. So we use a lot of progesterone. Sometimes you're just depleted, and we can use bioidentical progesterone. We don't like to use testosterone if you're breastfeeding. But look at, sometimes we'll even do blood testing that checks for various neurotransmitter levels, like dopamine and serotonin, norepinephrine, those type things. So sometimes it's just a matter of finding the right medication. I hate to use medications when I don't have to. If I can use something natural, I will. So get it treated if you're not getting better. A lot of factors.
Jessica, thank you for that question. I hope that helps a little bit. If we need more context, put in the comments for me. I'm going to go to D. Lynn over here on Instagram is saying, D. Lynn saying, my husband had tremors. My question, at early onset, how do you distinguish tremors from Parkinson's? It's a great question.
I had one today asked me that same question, and they had actually been to a neurologist that had thoroughly tested and determined that it was a benign essential tremor that was inherited. Again, most of the tremors I see are of that type, benign type tremors, not Parkinson's. But you have to really, there's no blood test that's going to say, hey, this is Parkinson's.
Right.
You can, image the brain and get a clue, but you have to have a neuroradiologist to kind of look at that part of your brain. And, it's kind of nice to have a comparison view, but from previous. But like the one I had today was concerned because they had a benign essential tremor, but they had had some head trauma in the past, which is another cause of Parkinson's. This is previous concussions and head trauma. So when we look at Muhammad Ali, hope that is that a good enough answer to that question.
D. Lynn,
it's clinical, really. I mean, you have to. It's looking at the associated symptoms and just kind of putting a picture together. And I don't know how many you need out of how many, but you can kind of early on look at some of the other things, like check deep tendon reflexes. Check for cogwheeling, which is really muscle rigidity. Check gait testing and balance out. And really, it's more of a clinical, besides a physical exam, it's and maybe some imaging studies. It's really kind of a clinical diagnosis. I think you have Parkinson's.
Is that through your like primary care physician, or is there like a Parkinson's?
Yeah, I mean, primary care physicians are trained like that, but if there's a question, of course, you go to a neurologist,
right,
where this person had been. They see a lot of Parkinson's, see more and more of it.
D. Lynn, let me know if that helps. It's such a fantastic question. I see Shelby's in here. Shelby, hello. Robin's in here. Robin, what's going on? It's great to see you. Hope everyone's having a wonderful evening. So good to see our team in here. Let's keep going here. Thank you guys. Amazing questions. Carter, what's going on? I see Carter.
Hey, Carter.
So good to see everybody. Okay, let's see where we're at. We got Jessica's question. Let's get to I think this is Karen's question. What would your protocol be for squamous cell carcinoma on the side of the neck? The doctor said I will have to do radiation and maybe some chemo. And if I need, if you need to give context or not, let me know, and we'll do the best we can with this one, Doc.
Well, squamous cell, of course, is worse than basal cell. I've had several squamous cells taken off my arms from sunburns earlier in life. And the thing about squamous, they can usually you don't get a lot of distal metastasis with those, but you can certainly get local invasion, and you could even have distal metastasis with it if you ignored it. The problem I see with most people that come in with squamous is they just have ignored it, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger locally. Actually, one of mine that was squamous, I thought it was something called a keratoacanthoma, and just watched it for months, and then I finally had Andy cut it off, and it was a squamous cell. So you never know until you cut it off. But in some cases, radiation, like if you had a squamous cell cancer on the eyelid that's very difficult to cut out, then radiation, there's a particular type of radiation. I've had a few patients get it done. There's one dermatologist in Johnson City that will do it. There's I think a couple in Knoxville. It's got a special name for it, and I follow them. It seems to do pretty well. Again, the first thing, if it's pretty localized, cut it out. Surgery to get rid of it, and get margins whenever you cut something like that out. And you're doing a PET scan next week. Well, hopefully it hasn't spread anywhere. Sometimes when it's in the neck, it can get in the lymph nodes, and things can spread and metastasize through the lymph system. But so hopefully, if it was just small and, looked pretty localized, they would have just cut it out. It sounds like to me they're a little worried that it has spread because of them offering chemo and possibly radiation. You're getting a PET scan. So you have to rule that all out. Again, the message on this thing is look at your skin often, go to your dermatologist, look at yourself. If something changes, then, get it cut off, get it cut off and examined with the pathology. Squamous is definitely worse than the basal cell, which is the one you want if you had to have one. I started taking, because I've had several squamous and a couple basal cells, I started taking a supplement. You probably saw me take it tonight. It's called niacinamide.
Was it in the clear bottle?
No.
That was the only one I didn't recognize.
No. But there's a lot of it. It's a particular form of niacin, vitamin B3. Some people call it the non-flushing niacin. So it won't help your cholesterol at all, but it is pretty effective if you use it long-term for preventing mostly basal, but also probably squamous cell cancers on your skin.
Mm.
So, and again, I always treat myself every January with a combination of 5-FU and calcipotriene cream on face and arms. And it lights you up like a Christmas tree, but it won't get normal skin. It won't turn it red, but it'll blister your actinic keratosis, which is caused by sun damage through the years.
It's almost that time of year for
which
you.
is a precursor to squamous cell skin cancer. So yeah, I do it in stages, but I will. You'll see me becoming very red in January. I may do it over Christmas this year.
After Christmas, you can't do during Christmas.
During Christmas, because the week after Christmas is usually kind of slow.
Yeah.
And it takes a while for the blisters to form.
Okay. Okay.
So it takes a few days. So yeah, I'll probably do, my arms first. I don't like to do everything at once because it'll just look ridiculous. Like sometimes I'll even do my forehead, and wear a hat for a few days, and then I'll do lower,
Yeah.
and your nose and your neck. But I really am into the treatment with 5-FU. I think it works great.
Karen, we're thinking about you. And what I think I'm putting this together right. I think Karen, you're friends with Foxy Moxie. Foxy Moxie, thank you so much
let us know how that
for
turns
telling Karen
out.
about us. Karen, we love having you here. Thank you for being here tonight. We're going to be thinking about you. Hope that helps a little bit. Let's see where we are at. If I'm missing, I know I'm probably missing people. Let's get to Roel. Roel's asking, Doctor, what is FIB4 index on a blood panel?
I don't know.
FIB4.
I'm trying to rack my brain. I don't know.
Roel, were you trying to stump Dr. Rogers tonight?
Play stump the doctor. You stumped me. FIB4 index. I don't know. It's probably something simple that I'm just not thinking of. But let's write that. We'll write that down.
We'll come back to that, Roel, for you.
I have to come back next
gotcha.
week.
I'll write it down here.
FIB4.
FIB4.
It may mean you've told 4 lies and it finally shows up in your blood.
Roel, we're going to come back to it. We're going to keep moving. Thank you. Chuck, what's going on, man? Great to see you. What's your opinion of the methylene blue gummies?
I've never tried them. I had a patient tell me that they found some. You'd think they would really turn your lips and gums
You
blue.
would think.
So I don't know. If you're not peeing blue, they're not working. Let's put it that way. So I don't know. I've just never seen any. Certainly, I like the Neuroprotect. That's what I've ended up using, the pills, because it has vitamin C in it. Remember, you have to have vitamin C for it to work at its maximum.
I love this. Brooke is saying it's a liver cirrhosis test. Brooke, thank you.
Oh, is it a blood test or a scan?
We're talking about FIB4, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, Brooke. Sorry, Chuck, I didn't mean to cut off your question there. We're going to get back to this, but I saw Brooke's comment. Thank you, Brooke.
Yeah.
For the win. I love it. So liver cirrhosis test is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a blood test, Roel saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. I didn't mean to sidetrack you. Let's get to Chuck real quick.
Yeah. You could try them. I mean, if it turns your urine blue, it's working. So, but you got to be careful. Probably your teeth may get a little stained and blue. But I had a patient one time I had put on the liquid, and she came back in, and her teeth were blue. It had gone to her dentist, say, "What's the matter with my teeth?" And they were blue.
She went to the dentist?
Yeah, the dentist didn't know what it was. So she came to me, and she was just taking methylene blue. So that's why some people will take the liquid with a straw, or better yet, just take the pills like I've started doing. I love methylene blue.
Yeah, I'm a big fan as well. Sometimes I forget that I haven't taken it, and it's like 3 p.m. and I don't like taking it that late because it does keep me up a little bit.
It kind of gives you energy.
Yeah. All right, let's keep moving here. Thank you so much for that question, Chuck. I hope that helps a little bit. Let's get to Stacy here. What's the best daily supplement for gut health? There are so many. Yeah, this is true. There are so many options out there, and it's overwhelming. Pre, post probiotics everywhere. That's true.
Digest Shield.
Yeah.
That's the best daily gut pill I've ever seen. And it was developed in Johnson City.
Yeah.
I'm a big promoter of them. I use it personally. Everybody in our family uses it. He called me to his house at 10 o'clock one night. I had to take my golf cart up there and deliver him a Digest Shield because he was.
I just don't. I don't like going without it.
I know. The reason it's so good is because it has the 11 different types of probiotics with the CFUs you need, colony forming units. So it doesn't overwhelm your gut. One time I tried to take one with 60 billion and thinking the more the better, it just upset my stomach. So I think this is the right mix of the right kinds of probiotics. It has prebiotics in it that you need, food for the probiotics. It has digestive enzymes and to help you break down fat. It also has lactase to help you lock down dairy. 50% of Americans do not or are lactose intolerant, including me. When I take this, I could drink milk, Of course, I love Jake's raw milk.
Yeah.
You don't need to take anything when you do
You
that.
don't.
But so it does block down dairy, and it has chitosan in it that blocks down lectins and gluten. So to me, and I've told people to get it thousands of times, and I've maybe had one or two that said this just didn't help me.
Yeah.
So Digest Shield, which you can get anywhere, you can order off the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and I have it in all my offices, but it's an amazing gut pill. I suggest you take it twice a day, if you can, about 30 minutes before the two major meals of the day.
Do you take one or two?
I take one twice a day.
Okay. Sometimes if I know I'm going into like a pizza meal or something, I'll take two before.
Yeah.
But Stacy, thank you so much for that question. Wonderful question. I hope that helps a little bit. Let's keep moving here, guys. Thank you so much for these amazing questions. And I've already lost my spot. Let's go to Easton's Entertainment. What's going on? Great to see you guys. What kind of elderberry syrup do you recommend for ages 5 and up? Brooke actually talked about elderberry syrup on her episode of Common Sense MD last week.
I don't know what brand she likes. I don't have a particular brand.
Brooke, do you have a brand you like?
Maybe one, but for age 5s and up, whatever tastes the best, I would say.
Yeah.
But it is great for your immune system. I actually have some downstairs, but it's really in pill form, I believe. Brooke may have a favorite. If she does, you can chime in.
Brooke, let us know in the comments if you're still with us. And if anyone else has an elderberry brand they really like, put in the comments for Easton there. And Easton, I'll be on the lookout for it, so I'll put it up. And I missed let me see here. Okay, so Brooke's saying local. So a local elderberry.
She makes her own.
That's right, Brooke. I think you went over that in the episode.
Talk about that.
Makes elderberry.
Yeah,
that is fantastic. Actually, Easton, what you should do is watch the episode with Brooke last week. It was on the Common Sense MD. I think the title was Winter Immune Prep. But Brooke details how she actually makes it, because I think she makes it for her child. So anyways, hope that helps. Store-bought, just make sure it doesn't have a ton of added sugar. All right. Thank you, Brooke. All right. Can you spell it from Foxy Moxie? Oh, that's Don and Steve. Let me get to Foxy Moxie. Digest Shield, DIGEST Put me on the spot there. I always get my I's and E's mixed up with.
Yeah, me too.
But Digest Shield. Digest.
I before E, except after C. And remember that old rule? But yeah, the Digest Shield.
JC Syrup Shop here in East Tennessee, if you're in East Tennessee. Thank you, Rachel. All right, let's keep moving. Thank you, guys. These questions are amazing. Let's see if I'm missing. I know I'm missing some. I'll find where I left off. Does pure ginger root have any digestion benefits from Danny?
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's very helpful for nausea. For another one I like is slippery elm root. But yeah, very calming to the stomach. If you tend to have a lot of gas and nausea, it really calms it down. I use it all the time, way more than I do the slippery elm, but I have it.
Use the ginger root.
Yeah.
Okay. Danny, does that help? Let me know in the comments if we need to go deeper there. Let's see where I'm at. These are great questions. Let's get to Jessica's question. Why is well water bad versus city water? I saw Shelby also was wanting you to dive a bit deeper on this. Well water versus city water.
You know, go to my podcast.
Yeah, with Samantha's
husband.
Yeah.
But works for Collins. But, you know, it may not be better. City water can be bad too. But in general, you're more likely to have well water that's been contaminated. You know, when I read the book about preventing Parkinson's, that's the one thing that, you know, you should have your well water tested, which I did. I have both city and well water on my property. So you have to be really careful with well water because so many things could get into it from above. I once had a lady that I admitted to the hospital for intractable nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. And ended up, she grew out in her cultures, in the stool culture, salmonella.
Oh.
And I started asking her a bunch of questions about, you know, where did she drink her water and all this. And she says, you know, and she almost died of this. She says, you know, we did find a dead chicken in our well a couple weeks ago. So that was what was doing it.
Man.
So it got better, but barely.
I see.
Barely made it.
Shelby was talking about just childhood cancers. Is there like a relationship between that with well water versus city water?
As far as childhood cancers?
Yeah, let me see. I saw Shelby.
I haven't seen the statistics on that, the comparison.
Rise in childhood cancers. Have y'all heard about it? I know there's a lot of factors that play into it, but is the city water for concern for not only cancers, but other real health risks like autoimmune?
Yeah.
That's super interesting.
Yeah. I think it can be. Again, I've got a complete system here by Collins Water Treatment Center. And it's amazing how much better that my water tastes. I've got reverse osmosis in the kitchen, and I have the other carbon filters that come into the house for everything. I put a water softener in there as well. And, you know, the water tastes better. The other thing you got to think about, if you're taking showers and soaking in a tub, anything that you soak in, if it's bad, it's going into your body.
Yeah.
So you have to worry about that too.
Yeah.
And I really like the system he put in my house. It made a world of difference.
Guys, thank you for the comments around the
Maybe
well.
we'll put Cody's card on here at some point.
Yeah, I wish we had it up here. I don't know. Somewhere. It's somewhere around here. We will find. If not,
just text
sooner.
Ben or email him, and he'll send you the address.
And the episode, I believe,
test your water.
was a month ago.
Yeah, and he tested the city water, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
And
so
then
was it
also tested my clearly filtered water pitcher, which I had replaced the Brita with that, thinking it was supposed to be better because it's supposed to take out fluoride, some other things. And it didn't take hardly anything out.
Yeah.
You know, so it was, you think it's good. Oh, I'm using this water pitcher that's filtered. It's really not that great.
And it's in plastic too.
Yeah.
I see Bryson's in here. Bryson, what's going on, brother?
Hey,
It's
Bryson.
so good to see you. All right, we're going to keep moving, guys. Thank y'all so much. Oh, there we are. Samantha's in here. Samantha, what's
Hey,
going
Samantha.
on? There's
Collins
Colin.
Water Purification. There's the number. We got it.
There we
It's
go.
Cody right there.
There we go. Thank you, Samantha. Tell Cody hey for us. That's awesome. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going here. Let's get to Donna and Steve. Please tell me what to do for a 21-year-old male to fall asleep and stay asleep. What about a cooling pad? I believe is what they're saying.
Pad. Yeah, I like the chill pads. Yeah, usually 21-year-olds sleep pretty good. Teenagers sleep really good. Babies sleep even better. So the older you get, the less you sleep. You gotta, if they're not sleeping, they're not having good sleep hygiene. Probably, what time they go to bed. I find that earlier I go to bed, the better I sleep. No matter what time I get up, which is usually the same time, whether I go early or late. But I do have a chill pad. Really, what I have on my mattress, a mattress cover called Sleep 8. That's one of the best things I've ever gotten as far as a biohacking little tool. It's not cheap, but what it basically is a device that's hooked to water that has little water coils that you can't feel in the mattress cover. And what it does, it uses AI to determine what you need. So your side will be different than your spouse's side.
That's so
because
interesting.
there's different AI, different body temperatures. Because I tend to sleep more warm.
Yeah.
She sleeps cold.
Yeah.
So, I researched this. Actually, one of my patients brought it to my attention, and I thought, well, yeah, I don't know about this. So, and I did it because I was sleeping so badly, as evidenced by my Oura Ring. And the other thing about it too, this Sleep 8 bed, you can get the whole mattress too. I just got the cover because it's expensive in itself. So it really has a much more accurate readout than this Oura Ring or a Whoop band for how much REM, deep sleep latency, heart rate variability. It's way more accurate. I can tell you, it's way more accurate. It's reading your full body. This thing's just reading that, or wristbands, Whoop bands going around your wrist. But so when you kind of set a few parameters, and you jump in your bed, and it's nice and warm. You don't want to be freezing as you jump into your sheets. But then, so it's nice and toasty. But then, as you fall asleep, it gets lower and lower and lower, and you sleep chilled, which you sleep better.
You do.
They call it Sleep 8 because it's supposed to give you a good 8 hours of sleep. And I can tell you, I don't get 8 mostly, but
it goes to your phone.
It goes to your phone, yeah. But it gives me about an hour more quality sleep. And it's way more accurate measurements. So I like it. Now, the other thing you can do is try to find out why they're so stressed out. But sleep hygiene is important. Don't eat before you go to bed. Get in a dark, cool room without electronics, and, wind down before you go to bed. Don't exercise right before you go to bed. Don't eat or drink before you go to bed. There's a lot of little hacks that you can do. Sometimes we use supplements. Sometimes we use prescription medicines. I don't really like the sleeping pills as much as I do some of the older tricyclics like Doxepin, sometimes Trazodone. If it gets severe, it just depends. But you don't want to pile up a lot of sleep debt because you'll really be tired during the day, and it increases mortality through a lot of things, car wrecks, all kinds of things. But anyway, I hope that helps.
And I think that's actually what Brian Johnson said was like the most important thing is sleep.
He's a longevity guy.
I'm going to put this up here because I think this is awesome. If I can find it now, I've already lost it. This is awesome from Coal Mine Strong. We had Collins Water install a reverse osmosis system about 5 years ago. They came all the way out to Dickinson County. That's awesome. That's incredible. So cool. Thank you.
I agree with you. 100%.
Thank you, Coal Mine Strong. All right, I see. I'm going to get to Michael here. So Michael is getting ready to start testosterone. Met with Robin last week. That's amazing. Not sure exactly how to dose, but we'll figure it out. He wants to do it for joint pain and visceral fat. Let's see if I can find your question here, Michael. Any suggestions when starting this testosterone? I'm a little anxious, to be honest, but I read my eyes out on it, and I believe it could help. What's your thoughts on this?
I like testosterone. It's probably the more potent of the gonadotropin hormone releasing hormones. So I do like it. It's really kind of the gold standard with that type of peptide. But suggestions: number one, don't be scared of it, and two, do it. Inject it about for 5 nights a week. Inject it about an hour before you go to bed. For Monday through Friday, and then don't do it on the weekend so you won't get tolerant to it. But yeah, I think you'll really like it. It just helps your body release its own growth hormone, so it's more natural than taking real growth hormone, which has its drawbacks, and plus it's illegal, and real growth hormone is, and in most cases, there are very few indications for it. It's extremely expensive, and it can cause problems. Say you have an occult tumor or something, and I've seen it cause carpal tunnel, water retention. So yeah, try to test some more on it. I think you'll like it. When I've taken it, it caused a mild flush. So don't be scared if you get a little flush feeling for a few minutes after you take it.
Any way to combat that, or just as long as you're aware that this is normal?
Yeah, you don't really need to. It's not severe.
Okay. Michael, let me know if that helps.
It's working. So
I'm gonna put this up from Donna and Steve. Love Collin Water System. That's amazing. They're the best. Shout out to Collins Water.
Cody's smart. Cody is a smart dude.
Yeah, and watch the episode. The episode was fantastic with Cody. What's that mean? Flush.
Well, just kind of a little redness, in the neck area, kind of like mini hot flash, maybe. Just transient. That was just with me. I've had a couple. Most people don't even feel anything, but I did. And to me, that was a sign. Hey, let's put something in there that works. It's working.
Michael, there's no such thing as dumb question, my brother. No such thing. I'm going to put this up from Jessica. Thank you. Purely Parsons is local, and you can order it through. This is around the elderberry syrup.
Oh, good.
I love that. We got a couple local options here. I appreciate you guys putting that in here. All right. I know Jerry had a question from the UK, and I cannot for the life of me find it, but I'm looking. I'm looking for it if I can find it. And Jerry, if I need you to put it at the end, there we go. What's your thoughts on berberine for inflammation? Since I had radiotherapy for my left breast, my right lower back is really painful. I don't want to keep taking paracetamol.
Yeah, a painkiller. I love berberine. I don't know if it's going to help that type of inflammation a whole lot. I would probably recommend, we use berberine more for metabolic syndrome. I do like turmeric, and I like MSM for that more. There's some other things you can do. You always have to take black pepper extract when you take turmeric or curcumin. But yeah, and I'll tell you what I think is probably going to help that you may want to look into is DMSO. You can get it over the counter at the DMSO store.
DMSO store? Oh, online?
Online, okay. Yeah. And,
do they ship international, you think?
I bet they do.
I think I know she's in the UK.
Yeah.
The DMSO store.
The DMSO store.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at it on the internet and use the combination with aloe. It's DMSO and aloe.
Okay.
So I would try those for sure. A lot of evidence that can kind of really tampen down burns and radiation therapy side effects. You can take it internally or externally.
Jerry, thank you for that question. I hope that's helpful. I am looking to see. Hey Benji, what's going on? I see you on Instagram. So good to see you. I'm seeing if I missed anybody. If I'm not, let's see here. If I missed you, put it at the end so I can see it. Thank you, Brooke, for the liver cirrhosis test for Roel. I think Roel had a question around ferritin. There we go. Roel's asking, can we raise ferritin levels naturally?
Yeah, you can eat grass-fed beef liver.
He's got a question. He's got a little context here. Sorry. On my last blood panel, my TRT hematocrit was 53.1. Hemoglobin was 17.6 RBC. RBC was 5.81, but ferritin was 18L. If I donate blood, will ferritin go lower? I stopped my IM TRT for now.
It could, but all you need to do is donate some blood, and you can watch the ferritin. Remember, ferritin is a storage form of iron. So, really, some people argue that you need a low ferritin level. That means you're utilizing the iron in your body. So, you may want to get more of an expanded iron panel. But, there's no doubt that the testosterone is popping your hematocrit up. And you're getting to the point where you should think about donating. Some people say eat grapefruit and it'll lower it. I've had some people tell me that really worked for them. So I don't know if you should stop your therapy, but because it's going to take a while if you don't donate for that hematocrit to go down. And make sure you're well hydrated when you check that blood. You may be surprised how much that will move around a little bit. A good strategy would be to really start eating beef liver, taking the capsules easier, and donate and just follow your numbers.
And so is he wanting his ferritin to go lower, or is he,
No,
it sounds like
he's wanting to go higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roel, does that help? Do we need to follow up with anything?
I rarely see a man that needs iron.
Okay.
Women, yes, because of menstrual cycle, but men hardly ever. And if you are a man, you get anemic and you have a low, then you need to check and make sure you're not losing blood somewhere. Something else going on.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Roel. Let's get to Jerry's asking, how much MSM do you recommend?
Man, how much is in our pain formula or vitamin? I'd hate to say, I'm just guessing at it, but
actually, let me see if I have.
See if you have the pain formula and how much is in there on the back of the.
Let's see here. If I can see the pain formula.
You know what MSM is related to?
No, I don't.
DMSO.
Is it really?
Yeah. How much MSM? Okay, 330. Yeah, you could go. That's a good dose. I was going to say 500, but you can go that. This combination really works good. And I think the secret sauce in that one is the Par-Actin that really helps pain. I just took 2 of those. I take 2 every night because I have arthritis. I get stiff. My joints hurt.
Jerry, thank you so much. I see Coal Miner's Daughters over here. So good to see you in First Step Rehab over there in Gate City.
See our tree? You notice the tree back there?
I did. There's the tree right there.
Yeah.
Katie's in here. Katie commented on how good the tree looks. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great look. I decorated it last night.
Are you against Christmas trees being up year round?
No.
I'm not totally against it.
I'm a freedom of choice. People can do what they want.
Jerry's asking, can you take turmeric and MSM together?
Yes. It's in my pain for both of them.
Okay.
Certainly.
Okay.
They potentiate one another.
Let's get to Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. Are you guys familiar with retatrutide? I have been on a stall with Ozempic for 2 years now, and I've tried everything under the moon to get it to work again, but it won't. I recently came across retatrutide and was curious about it. I know you have thoughts.
Yeah, that's the next one that's going to come out. It's not FDA approved yet. That's why I've been hesitant to use it on people. So if you get it, you're going to have to get it from somewhere, that's kind of off in the gray market area. But Lilly is certainly, that's going to be their next big blockbuster product is retatrutide. It's triple G called because it has 3, it's a GLP-1, a GIP, and then a G potentiator, I think what they call it. But Yeah, it's supposed to be amazing. It's really going to be good. It's just not quite approved yet from the FDA. Again, when something gets approved, I'm more likely to use it.
Yeah.
Recommend it as a doctor. But you might even try tirzepatide if you haven't tried that. I've seen a lot of people, of course, stall out on Ozempic and get on Mounjaro, Zepbound, which is tirzepatide, and try that. In head-to-head studies, it tends to beat Ozempic out most every time with less side effects. So, and the thing about retatrutide, what its claim to fame is, it's other than it's probably going to be more effective with less side effects, and maybe even in pill form at some point. But you're not supposed to get the muscle loss that you can get with the Wegovy or Zepbound. So we'll see. It's really, really, really got my interest up, and I can't wait to start using it.
Ashley, thank you for that. It's a great question. I know a lot of people are seeing things around retatrutide, so we're pumped to talk about it. And one, we'll as soon as it's approved, we'll talk more and more about it. Jake, I see you, brother. So good to see you. Let's get to Sandy here. Does Sambucol elderberry tonic have any significant effect on the immune system?
Yeah, I think it helps the immune system. It certainly, is it's mild, it's safe, but it seems to have an effect. We used it a lot during COVID, and it seemed to have a positive effect. I've tried it personally. It seems to work pretty well in shortening the duration of a cold or virus. So I like it.
Thank you, Sandy, for being here as always. Roel's asking, a coworker that's over 50 started playing softball and his knee is swelling up. Would meloxicam help him?
Yeah, it's just a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory, of course. Yeah, he needs to ice it down. And he's probably, if it's swelling, he probably has some torn cartilage in there, maybe just some degenerative cartilage tears, which I have in my right knee right now from pickleball. And certainly meloxicam's my go-to for inflammation. It's just once a day. It doesn't have the GI side effects that ibuprofen or naproxen have. So I do like meloxicam. It's a prescription medicine.
And there's a question around telemedicine, and from Jack, I believe, and I cannot for the life of me find it. But I can tell you, we do telemedicine, but only in the states we have licenses, which is Virginia and Tennessee. I'm trying to find it, but for some reason I cannot. And maybe Doc wants to answer it.
Yeah, we do telemedicine.
There we go.
It's kind of a wave of the future. During the COVID years, for 4 years, we could do it because they waived all those interstate rules. I got a feeling it'll come back and they'll abolish those silly rules where you can't, you're board certified and licensed, and where you live, and you can't treat somebody else in another state unless you go through all this rigorous stuff and pay a ton of money, which I've done for Virginia because it's so close to Tennessee. But I don't know, it's expensive to get and time consuming to get licensed in all 50 states, but certainly we'd love to. So
yeah.
Who knows? Hope we can.
Jack, thank you for that question. And I'm going to get to this because Robbie is asking, as a professional hat collector, how could I acquire a similar hat like that?
I love
that. I mean, that's just fantastic, Robbie. Only if we can get father-son matching hats for you and Wesley. Yeah. We'll have to make it happen. But Robbie, that's done, man. As a professional hat collector, you can add this one to your collection. I love it. I see Shelby's commenting around the hat.
I'm gonna get my favorite hat on. I forgot to wear it today.
Get in here. There we go.
Our Brookhaven hat.
Shout out to Brookhaven Farms right there. There we go. That's a beautiful one. Beef. It's a beautiful one. Grass-fed beef. We have our
no vegans allowed.
I actually did their beef, and I made, or Amanda made tacos yesterday. Taco salad with ground beef from Brookhaven.
I eat something of theirs about every day. It's usually beef, but it could be their poultry, it could be their eggs, the milk.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out Jake and Brookhaven Farms. Katie, let's make this happen. We got to get Robbie a hat. We have got to get Robbie a hat.
We have to make that happen ASAP.
ASAP. I love it. Thank you, Katie. Let's get from Sandy. Are you ever coming back to Knoxville, or am I gonna have to come to Kingsport? Sandy, we love you so
I can come
much.
up there.
That's so sweet. That is
I'm
so
up there. I just kind of right now limiting the practice to Kingsport just because it's so close, and but at some point.
And the team in Knoxville is just fantastic.
Yeah,
Andy's down there. Robin's down there. We have Bo in the North Knoxville office.
That's the way to be successful. You hire people to work with you that are smarter than you are.
Yes.
I've hired a bunch of those.
Yes. Shout out to the whole PM team. We love you guys. A lot of you were in the comments tonight. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for everything that you do every single day inside the office for all of Performance Medicine's patients. Y'all are the best. I see. There we go. Carter's getting ready to have a Brookhaven steak at the moment, but needs a PM hat. Yes, I agree. We got. There we go. Robbie, you got one added to the collection here soon from Brookhaven Farms. Rock on. I love it.
Thank you, Jack.
I love it. All right, guys, let me know how we did. It seems D-Lynn saying it's snowing. I hope it's not snowing.
It is. I want to see a snow.
You want to see
Got the Christmas tree.
flurry?
Why not?
I'm turning the podcast off. As you guys know, if you guys ever want to listen to the podcast episode, it's on Performance Medicine TV on Apple and Spotify. You can check the recap. We edit it down so it's a little quicker. We miss you, Sandy. Thank you so much. Let us know how we did. Danny's giving us a 10. I give you a 10.
I'll give you a 12.
All right, guys. As you know, we do this every Tuesday, 7 to 8, answering your health and wellness questions. Love you, Tom. Thank you so much. Love you, Katie. Thank you so much. Thank you, D-Lynn. Love you. Love you guys. We do this every week. We'll be back next Tuesday doing this 7 to 8. Thank you, First Step Rehab. We'll be back. We'll see you in a week. And I know we fixed this because I have written down Fib 4, but Brooke solved that for us.
We'll look into it a little further. Let's talk about screening for liver health.
I'm gonna write that down. Stay tuned. Screening for liver health.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. We're out.
Good night.
See you guys. Love you all. Thank you, team. If I can find my outro.
Don't go away.